So I know that I know. That's a stupid way to start a video, isn't it? I know that I owe you guys an update. I've been getting tons of comments and or questions about my release schedule on YouTube, what videos go up when. And I figured that just to bridge the gap between the last video and the next video that's gonna come out, I'll just pull the curtain back and we can sit down and I'll talk about why things are the way they are and what's going on in the shop. So I'm gonna address a topic that I get asked a lot in comment sections on both YouTube and social media, and that is, you know, where's the content? We want more, we want more. And I mean, trust me, I absolutely get it. When I sit down at my house and turn on Amazon Prime and Clarkson's Farm has only released 4 episodes and I gotta wait a week for 4 more, it annoys me too. I want all the content all at once. That's the world that we live in right now. And so I completely understand your frustration. But let me say this. I have found that you guys really like the videos that are, you know, a start to a finish. It's not a part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's basically, you know, we're gonna do something and get to the end inside the video, whether that video is 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour long. So examples of that would be my trailer rebuild video, rebuilding the engine for my C10 pre-runner, complete guide to an LS swap in the JK, frame replacement on my Toyota Tacoma. That's just some of my most watched videos. And for someone who makes YouTube content, you know, you're kind of told, you know, really to pay attention to what your most watched videos are and adjust your content as that, which is great because for me, that's the content I like to make. I like to make true how-to automotive content. I'm not trying to chase whatever the hot new viral thing is here on YouTube or in this space. Marvin from Flex Rocks and Rollovers, we kind of joke whenever he's around the shop because he was here and I helped him put that V6 engine into his Toyota. And we make jokes about the fact that, you know, if you really want to be popular in the automotive space on YouTube right now, you need to either build a mini Jeep, a wrecker, or a mini wrecker. Those are the 3 things that are going to bring you lots of views. I don't want to build any of those. I have no interest in building any of those 3 projects. So I don't think you're going to see one on my channel. So I think at that point, you know, I don't really see a benefit to me trying to chase that viral world. At the same time, I have some great partnerships in the industry with companies like Yukon Gear and Axle. There's a great example. They like when I do serious in-depth gear install videos because they can share them with installers and people around the country who are using their products as an example. And it's great because you guys like those videos as well. And I enjoy making them. I enjoy that true old school how-to content. Someone posted a comment recently on one of my videos that said it was like watching Extreme 4x4 from the good old days, only now on YouTube. And that's a great feeling for me. I love that comment. I really wish that I could take, we could have done projects on Extreme 4x4 and like start and finish in one episode, but the time to do that just didn't work out with production. So, you know, I think now the nice thing about this particular space being YouTube is, you know, I don't really have a shoot schedule for this, so I can do what I want. And in this case, for me, if it takes me 3 months to film a complete guide to an LS swap and a Jeep JK, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend those 3 months making sure the video has all the content in it that you guys want and or need, and it's a good sort of like start, middle, and end video. I hope that that's what you guys want. I'm just basing it on the data that comes out of YouTube, basically the view count and the watching and all that kind of stuff. Trust me, the money that I get paid by YouTube ad revenue doesn't even really pay. I mean, it might pay for the heat and the property taxes inside this building inside 1 calendar year. And that's about it. You know, that's about how much I make every month. I make enough to basically cover the expenses of just basically, doesn't even cover the mortgage. I can tell you that much right now. It doesn't cover the mortgage for this particular building that we work in. But that's okay, because I have a day job making television shows. And I'm going to keep doing that job, and I'm going to keep making those television shows as long as Discovery and the production company, and as long as they keep paying me to do it, as long as we keep having advertisers who help support it, I'll keep doing that. I am moving into year 2 of Build for Off-Road. We're going to start filming that next week. And that makes 6 years total working with Discovery Channel. And that makes a total of 21 years of making how-to automotive television here in Tennessee. So I'm getting close to the same amount of time making the show as Norm Abram has on This Old House. And that was kind of my goal in the long run, to be on TV as long as Norm Abram. And the reality is I'm not going to stop making TV until they stop paying me. That's just the truth. But anyway, so that is why my YouTube uploads seem to come back and forth. There'll be a month where there's 3, and then there will be a month where there's 1 or none. I hear you. I get the comments about the shorts, but the reality is that helps on the YouTube algorithm side. So that's kind of it's not a requirement to be successful on YouTube, but it certainly doesn't hurt. By making all the shorts, it drives a lot of traffic over to the longer form video, which is where the revenue is made on YouTube, is on those longer form videos. So that's why those shorts are there. It does kind of help smooth out the peaks and valleys when you don't upload 2 to 3 times a week like some other people do. I just can't do that. I don't think that you guys want to watch a video that's just me here in the shop working on random stuff in a week's time, unless there is, like I said, a beginning, a middle, and an end. If I'm wrong, let me know. I will say this, sometimes my life is not that exciting. Sometimes my life here in the shop is literally just cleaning up, moving things around, putting some tools away, prepping for a shoot week. I've shot those videos and put them on the channel in the past, and they did okay. They did all right, but they certainly didn't do as well as the videos like rebuilding the trailer, the LS swap, or the JK, or the Toyota frame swap. Those videos where there's a definite beginning, middle, and end, I feel like that's what you guys want to watch. And so that's kind of what I've been focused on making. And because of that, it means that there's not a video every week. It can't be done. It's just, I don't have the time, because I'm in here all by myself working. That's just the reality. This is not a video of me complaining. Trust me. I love being able to come to this shop every day. I literally walk in here every day and just think, man, this is so cool. This is my job. I literally tell people all the time I get to play trucks for a living, and that's kind of what I do. And I can thank you guys for that, whether it's watching on television, commenting on social media, following me on social media, or watching here on YouTube. Without that entire universe of you guys, I wouldn't have a job, and as well as the advertisers who support me, and I want to thank everyone who's involved with that. So, saying that, I figured why not, let's just end this video with a little sneak peek as to what's going to be coming down the pipe with the next few YouTube videos, so you guys can get an idea of what you're going to see in the future. So let's start with that bad boy right there, 2-door JK. Probably the next video you're going to see come up with the channel is this one. It's a 2-door JK. It's been on the channel a bunch. This is the one where I did the full LS swap on into a Jeep JK. This vehicle, I took it out to Moab, Easter Jeep Safari. So I go through the process of prepping it, changes that I'm making for it just for that trip. And then I'm gonna go through how the truck worked on the trip and show you some clips from Easter Jeep Safari. So you'll get to see the vehicle out in action. Spoiler alert, the truck did great. I absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, my son came with me this year. He's now come with me for a couple years in a row because he's grown up now. He doesn't have to worry about, he has a real job, so he can just take vacation time and come. And he's already said that if he comes next year, that's the Jeep he wants to drive. So that will be the next video that you see, will be all about that particular trip. Here's a perfect example of the type of video that you guys have really shown me that you like. And this will be the next sort of like start to finish video on this truck. This is my classic 60 C10 pre-runner. I've worked on getting all the sheet metal and cab mounted to the truck. So there's gonna be 2 videos on this truck coming out probably the next couple months. One is going to be 100% start to finish turbo plumbing. So I've got everything over here from Vibrant Performance to build both the cold side and the hot side for the twin turbos that go on this truck. And the plan for that video, like I said, you guys seem to really, really like those start to finish videos. The idea here in my head is what we're gonna do is we'll do a, basically do all that work, get the truck on the dyno, get the guys down here from HP Tuners, spend a little bit of time tuning the motor, and that will be that entire video. So it'll be how to plumb the twin turbos, cold side and hot side, as well as oiling and intercooling. And then on top of that, we'll then take it to the dyno, spend time with the truck on the dyno, tuning with the core ECU. So you can only imagine, I'm sure you can imagine, the length of time it's going to take just to do the plumbing is probably a week's worth of work, just that. And then you add on top of that, getting the vehicle prepped to go to the dyno, because I still need to put a new transmission in it, get a drive shaft for it, finish up a little bit of wiring, stuff like that. That's probably a month's worth of work, but that'll be one video. But I really think that's a video that you guys are gonna like, and that's why I've chosen to do it. Another video that we're gonna do on this one is the roll cage. So I thought, you know, this vehicle is a perfect example of a vehicle where we can, you know, spend a lot of time talking about how to properly design a roll cage for a vehicle, parts that you're gonna need, tools that you're gonna need, all that kind of stuff, some tips and tricks that I've picked up over the years. And this is a great candidate for it because I have to do a cage. I got to do some cage work underneath the hood to support some air bumps as well as some other things. So that will also be another complete video on this truck. And if any of you ever built a roll cage before, you know right there, just building the roll cage is going to take at least a week, if not more. Add to the fact that we're going to design it, add to the fact that I have to do an under hood engine cage. And you know, there's another 2-3 weeks worth of content just working. That's just the working end of that video, and then to basically, you know, shoot, edit, and get it out to you guys. So, you know, there's probably 2 months, 2.5 months worth of work to put out 2 videos for you guys. So but those are 2 videos that you can expect to see soon on that classic C10. This is almost embarrassing to talk about, but this is going to be another video that we're going to get back on soon as well. So I literally, this is the Jeep Comanche that I've been building for almost 6 years, maybe even more, maybe 7 years now. And it's just stupid that it keeps getting put off. But at the same time, I literally just got done telling you guys how I know that you guys like videos that are start to finish only and not, you know, dragged out over parts, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. That's how this vehicle started its life, was that whole scenario, that part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so, you know what? You guys tell me in the comment section below, how do you want me to finish this Comanche? Do you want me to just get back on it, make a bunch of videos, and get content out to you about it? So it'd be like, we're talking at least 5 parts, 5 to 6 parts, probably 1 video every 3 or 4 weeks, or 2, yeah, probably one video every 3 weeks, Jeep Comanche, content specific? Or would you rather I just buckle down, get it done, start to finish, film everything, and put together like a 1-hour video on finishing the Jeep Comanche and just get it done and get it out to you? Let me know. Whichever one wins the most versions, that's what I'll do. You know what? I'm gonna do that. That's kind of fun. That's the cool thing about YouTube, is you can do this. We used to do this in the old days, believe it or not, on the TV show. I used to go into Pirate 4x4, and we would go into Pirate 4x4, and I would literally go into the forum and I would ask people the exact same questions, right? I'd say like, hey, listen, what do you guys want me to build? Do you want me to do a cheap Jeep, a really good Jeep? I would let them decide. So I'm gonna let you guys decide in the comments. 1 long video or multiple parts? Just let me know. That's how we'll finish the Comanche. And then I told you guys I still have my quote-unquote day job, which is my day job, which is making television shows for Discovery, Build for Off-Road, Motor Trend. So that's what this end of the shop is. And so I got it cleaned out and get it ready to rock and roll. This is one of the projects that's coming back. This is my FJ45. And so I got to get a bunch of work done on this. And this kind of stuff just has to get done very off camera, because I can't basically steal the content from Motor Trend to put on YouTube. But I put some of the content on there if it fits. So if there's a little how-to piece that can slide in there, like rebuilding the engine in the C10, that was a great video to make. But I still need to basically save a lot of the work on this particular truck for my television show, so you guys will watch it as well. So that's a perfect example of one that will probably not end up on YouTube. Maybe this might end up on YouTube distant future. I'm talking about like a couple years, because this one is going to be around for a while, and I got some other YouTube stuff to finish first. So I hope that basically explains why my upload schedule is not as constant as some other people's. I don't do like the 1 video a week or 3 videos a week, stuff like that. It's just not, it's just not feasible. And I hope you understand that. But I just wanted to put this video out there because I've been getting so many comments and questions. I figured this would be a great time just to sort of catch up with you guys, give you a little update, and we'll go from there.